Good evening, everyone, and thank you all for coming tonight. I would like to call to order the Whittingham Homeowners Association Open Workshop Meeting for Monday, April 20th, 2026. Would you all please rise for a Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, Matt, can I have a call to order, please?
Yeah, I want to make sure. Can everybody hear us on Zoom? Can someone put a thumbs up in the chat or something for us? Not everybody all at once. Okay, Pamela
right.
Gardner raised her hand.
Could you hear me on Zoom?
They hear you too loud.
Anybody?
You're distorted there.
Okay.
Can you hear me on Zoom?
Okay.
Yep, they got us. Okay, let's do a roll call quick. Tom Clark,
Here.
Jay Respler, Bob Brown, Kathy Dodano, Joe Atanasio, Kathy Clark and Gleason, and Jeff Simonson. And I'm here, Matt Lubis, General Manager. Kristen Parisa is here, and Susie Weingartner is manning the Zoom.
Okay. Thank you much. Can I get a manager's report, Matt?
Absolutely. We got a long one tonight. Spring is in the air, and everything goes on all at once. Want to touch on quick the Whittingham Privacy Fence Project. They're in the home stretch right now. We got about 11 buildings left over on Rutland. We hope to have this done in probably 2 to 3 weeks, weather permitting. They've been trying to throw 3 crews over there to get stuff done because I think they are anxious to get done like we are. So hang in there, everybody. Any problems with fences, email me directly, and we'll get them taken care of. We'll be doing a final walkthrough of every fence. We know some people don't have some gate latches, but we'll get everything on there and buttoned up very shortly, I hope. Our favorite topic, the outdoor pool. We already started working on that today. Aquatic Services was here. They drained everything down, cleaned it all up. Looking at painting it next week if the weather gets over 65 degrees for a couple days. And then we'll let it dry and fill it back up, and we should be good for the season. They are painting it. We hope this is the last time we have to paint it because we're looking into a project out there for this fall to replaster it, cope, tile, whole bunch of stuff. So stay tuned on that. We already got one price, and we're waiting on a couple more. So that will be a great project if we can get that going for the fall. Whittingham gutter cleaning is scheduled for May 4th, and Susie will send out some email reminders ahead of time just to let you guys know. The Carpenter Bee treatments over in Whittingham started today. They're going to run through Wednesday. Takes the guys 3 days to do it. I don't know if you guys have seen those things, but they're a little vicious. So be happy to get that taken care of. Bulk pickup is May 16th. We've been sending out some emails about that. If you need help taking things to the curb, we do have some of our guys in resident services that can handle that stuff. There is a nominal charge for some big items, but call resident services if you need help with that. We also have, and I'm saying a lot, we have the Trash and Recycling Toter Exchange on May 11th. Contact Brittany if you want to schedule something. Broken toters are not part of the exchange program. If you have something broken, just call us and we'll make a couple calls and get you a new one or fix them or whatever we can do with them. Fix them. Turf applications, we did the first round to the community last week to all the lawns, so that's done. Went off very, very well. And finally, over in Whittingham and the clubhouse here, we are working on the irrigation startup, charging up the system, going through it, making sure they get a list of things that need to get repaired with their locations for us, so we should have that by the end of the week, early next week. Doesn't mean the system's on and operational. It's charged up, they're going through, seeing what needs to get fixed, and then we'll get the repairs in order. So that's all that's going on. right now.
Okay, well, I think Kristen has a few things she might want to give a report on. Okay, Kristen.
Okay, so this Thursday, April 23rd, St. Peter's is offering a CPR course, 10:30 a.m. or 2 p.m. in the front multipurpose room. There is a flyer in the lobby with registration details. This Saturday, April 25th, we have the Jersey Tenors coming to our ballroom at 7 p.m. Tickets are still available with the concierge for $30. Sunday, April 26th, we have a movie at 1 p.m. in the dance room, Song Sung Blue, no registration needed. May 6th, we have a bus going to Atlantic City, $30 each, on sale now with the concierge. This year, we will be joining the Monroe Township annual yard sale on Saturday, May 16th, and Sunday, May 17th, from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. There's no cost, but you must register with the concierge. No tables or equipment will be provided from WOA. On Saturday, May 16th at 7 p.m. in the ballroom, we have Danny V's 52nd Street Band with a Billy Joel tribute. Very limited tickets remain. On Sunday, May 31st at 3 p.m., we have a Carole King tribute. Also, very limited tickets remain. On Wednesday, June 17th, we have our health fair scheduled in the ballroom from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. On August 6th, we have a bus going to New York to see Les Mis. The tickets go on sale Monday, May 4th. And a couple dates to save. We will be doing Memorial Day, Monday, May 25th, with a barbecue, and there will be a DJ at the pool. A flyer will come soon. And save the date for Tuesday, June 30th, America's 250th birthday celebration. A flyer will be available for that soon as well.
Hey, Kristen, I got a flyer about this May 21st on The Beat Goes On, the Rockology thing.
I don't include that on my list because it's a club, not
Okay, thank you.
WOA.
Okay, thank you, Kristen. Okay, let's go to item number 6. That's the review of the March 16th, 2026 open workshop meeting minutes. All the board members have it in your packet. Please review them so that we can vote on it for next week. Item number 7, new business. WOA audit proposal from Wilkin Glutton Plan for a cost of $17,500 for the 2024 audit and a cost of $16,000 for the 2025 audit. Kathy, I'm going to ask you if you want to give you any comment on this.
Okay, so when we got into office, we had discovered that the 2021 audit was not completed. And so we reached out to the auditor, we had it completed. He then worked on 2022. That took approximately 9 months. And he's been working on the 2023 audit, and we understand that he's understaffed, and that's the reason it's taking so long. So we're running into over a year now. And so we started to look at other vendors that could possibly complete the task so we can finally get up to date. And we've reached out to this company, Wilkin Glutton Plan. They are used by many HOAs. They are slightly more expensive than what we've been paying, but the benefit will be that we can get our audits completed in a much faster time frame. So we put this on the calendar.
Okay. I'd just also like to note that the prices that we have been renegotiated down from the original proposal. Okay, so that'll be on next week for a vote. Also, the next on for a vote will be the condo audit proposal from Wilkin Glutton Plan for a cost of $8,000 for the 2024 audit and a cost of $7,000 for the 25 audit, basically along the same lines as Kathy has said already. So that'll be on for our next meeting for a vote as well. Next item is a proposal from Arcero Masonry for various concrete replacements in the Whittingham at a cost of $15,300. This is something that we do regularly. We review the conditions of the sidewalks, stoop area, entranceway to all the homes from time to time. Of course, work has to be done because of damage. So this is that $15,300. It's been looked over by management and the board, and we've agreed that this work needs to move forward so we can get it completed and keep the area safe. So that'll be on for next week's meeting as well. Whittingham Satellite Dish Antenna Policy as drafted by the Whittingham Site Review Committee. I think we've made an attachment of this and maybe have some copies in the back so you know what it's all about. It only affects the Whittingham section, basically trying to get a uniform policy in place for how we deal with rooftop placements of satellites and antennas and so on. So it's done in such a way that as our roofs are being replaced, they're not damaged and they stay in a state of good repair. The next item is the financial update, item number 8. Kathy, you have anything to report on that?
So February results are in, and they are on the resident portal for anyone to review. And if there are any questions, please feel free to bring them to me. I'll be happy to answer any questions or anything that you see. March results are due in by the 25th, 26th. I think the 25th is a Saturday, 27th, excuse me. And we will have March first quarter, so that'll give us a little bit more information. And then, of course, we met with Budget and Finance on April 16th to discuss all the results. Thank you.
Okay. All right, Kathy, thank you. All right, let's go on to old business, item number 9. We have a restaurant update. We've been having discussions with interested operators. Again, we had 6 operators who approached us and asked us about coming in. We've had conversations with all of them, and we're trying to narrow it down to get them into the second phase where they're going to show the financials and so on. Out of that, 2 of them have dropped out, so that leaves us down to the remainder of 4. So we're still moving forward. We're now having discussions with the next person in line. We're going to be interviewing them, going over financials. We're going to be going over maybe even tours of some of their establishments, sampling food, make sure it's the right stuff that we're looking for in our community. So I would wish that we would have already had this awarded by now, but unfortunately, setting up meetings and getting operators and board members and everyone together, it's always a problem. So these meetings just come along slowly, but we're in the right direction and we are trying to expedite this. So we'll get it done as quickly as we can. And on other updates, on the phone book, Jay, you have something, you want to say something on the phone book?
We gave the publisher the final approval to go ahead with printing the books, and when I asked how long, we were told about a week or so. So they should be coming out within a week or so. Well, we haven't decided that yet, so I don't know how to do that.
All right, anything else? That's it? All right, Jay, thank you. All right, that moves us on to item number 10, which is the open forum. If anyone would like to come up to the microphone, name and address for the records, try to keep it to 3 minutes. We would appreciate it.
Take your time, Marilyn.
Oh, no, press the button.
Hi, I'm Marilyn Kirstner, 56 Westminster Drive. How are you today? I just have 2 questions. One is, what types of food are being interviewed? Are they all the same? Is it like bar food? Is it Italian food? So, is there a specific type of food we're going after?
We're currently talking to people who offer just about everything. I mean, they have a large variety. They cater. They do breakfast, some of them don't do breakfast. I mean,
Okay.
it covers,
just
it covers
trying to get an
everything.
idea.
Covers lunch, breakfast, and dinner. So,
And the swimming pool?
Excuse me?
And the swimming pool, they're going to come out and,
Sure, why not? We'll float it out to you, whatever
no,
we need
I
to
mean,
do.
you know, like to have a place to get drinks and stuff by the pool.
Well, I mean, again, that's part of the negotiations, you know, if they're interested in doing that. I mean, it requires them to have extra staff. I don't know if it's in their budget to do it.
Okay. Next question's very important to everybody in the community. What the hell went on with bingo? Ah, see? This is not good. Everybody wants the bingo.
Okay, I'll address that issue. I mean, the board is now aware there's an issue with the GW Senior Club operating it. It gets a little complicated because there's licensing involved and
Right.
people's names have got to be on it and it gets a little bit involved. We're trying to find a resolution for that problem. We had a closed session before we came here tonight to discuss to see how we could resolve it and make it as quickly as possible. So the board's aware of it. We're discussing it. The clubs are aware of it, so hopefully they're discussing it. And we'll hopefully give you a resolution to the problem shortly.
Right now, does one person have that license, or is it just the group as a whole has
Well,
it?
it's to the club.
It's still the, so that one person, I know that there's one person who has it, or they won't do it. Okay. The club has it. Okay, can I join the club and then I get it?
If you want to be president, run for the board.
Oh, God, no. Okay, thank you. I just want to make sure we get bingo back, because then I have something to do that night, okay? Thank you, bye.
Hi, Eileen Davidson, 58 Winthrop. I'm here to follow up on an email that I sent to the board on March 13th with an unfortunate circumstance that happened to myself and my dog with the brand-new fences that were installed. I don't know if the community is aware, the new fences have a push button on them, and this very large dog was jumping up on his fence, broke out, attacked me, and attacked my dog. I'm here to also defend the owner of the dog. She could not have been kinder and felt terrible to what has happened. But I think the board really needs to pay attention to this horrible situation. It could happen again. And I think the residents need to be notified if you have a very large dog that can reach that button and push it and come out, we're in trouble. And they should be locked. I'm afraid to walk my dog now in the community because I don't know if any of you have a dog, and I hope it never happens to anyone, but it's a horrible situation. And I would just like to hear your input on what can be done about this.
Well, I think it was already suggested, the owner can lock that door to make sure that doesn't happen on their end. I mean,
But I don't know that, nobody has corresponded that to me that that has happened. And I think the whole community needs to know if you live on the Whittingham side and you have a large dog that this could possibly happen. The old fences had a latch that a dog couldn't open. This is a push button.
right, I'm aware of that. But even with the push button, there's still an option to put a padlock on and lock the door.
Well, there is a key. You just have to
Yeah,
lock
I
it.
mean, more the key.
Yeah, I just wanted to make the community aware that that's what they should do
Well,
if they have a
okay.
big dog. That's
Matt,
all
do we
I'm
have any
asking.
policy on what the responsibility of homeowners are with their dogs?
Okay, can anybody hear me? Yeah, we do have a policy. They're responsible for their dogs, and if they're out, they need to be leashed and curbed, and they pick up after them. I mean, that's basically it. They're responsible for their own dogs and the dog's actions.
Okay, so,
Okay. Well, I think it was an oversight because the old fences could not be opened by an animal. These can.
well, all right, so this is
So-
the first time that I'm aware this has happened, the
Well,
way you're
I'm sure you
explaining.
received my email.
So maybe we need to look at that policy and update it.
I'd appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mike Boxer, 2 Sherwood. Just something off the wall. Has the board considered putting in a soda machine and a candy vending machine in the community? A lot of communities have them. You know, at night, people play cards here, they'd like to grab a soda or something while they're playing cards, and the community can make money off it. So what would be a delay? There's no insurance involved, it's a freaking soda machine.
Well, let me just tell you the things I've heard over the years.
I'm sorry?
And why, I'll explain to you what I've heard over the years and why they're not here. Is because the stuff that comes from out of that machines winds up being all over the building, and that becomes a problem. Number two, when there's problems with the machine, it becomes a management's problem, because everyone goes to the manager, say, I lost my $2, I lost my whatever, and that's another burden on them for the independent vendor that's in here with a machine. So for those reasons, a lot of the past management didn't want to look at it that way. I mean, I see the headaches with it. I see the pluses too. I mean, I understand why people would want it. But, you know, you can also bring your own food here. I mean, people do it all the time.
Well, originally, we were told no food eating in here because of the carpeting and the tables and yada, yada, yada.
I think that's a rule that's never been enforced. Let me put it to you that way.
Well, I think it's a good suggestion to bring it in. We could use it here. We don't have a restaurant. They're not going to sell soda. They're going to be shut.
Well, hopefully we will have soon.
Yeah, but they're not going to be doing that.
You know, and if I have one in here for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that would even,
Well, I have my own opinion.
unless you want to come here
breakfast.
at 11 o'clock at night.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I don't think it's going to work. But that's beside the point. That's my recommendation.
Okay.
And
Well,
for
those are the
discussion.
reasons why we don't have it. And it's not here, because it never rose to the occasion where, you know, if it was really felt it
Do a
was a
survey.
necessary thing. What's that?
Do a survey.
Okay. We can do surveys all day long.
Do a survey. That's part of the...
Okay.
Part of your job is to get out to the community, find out what they want. And if you don't do a survey, you're not going to know.
All right, we'll talk with that with the town hall committee.
Could I just get an idea? I heard a lot of applause when that was. How many people, by a show of hands, would like the vending machines? There's started your survey.
Yeah, it's about a third of the room.
I would say tender it to the building committee.
Okay. Sir, name and address for the record?
Jim Taratunio, 21B Rutland Lane.
Okay.
All right, what I wanted to talk about for a minute is about the restaurant.
Speak close to the
Okay?
microphone.
I want to talk about the restaurant. The first
Okay.
step, I want to know, has this been approved? In other words, this $20 fee for a restaurant. Is it-
Well, there is no $20 fee in place at the moment.
Okay,
There was a advisory vote put out to the community whether they would support a fee up to $20. So, and that part of the discussions that we're having with these interested operators, that amount of money gets discussed. So there's been nothing finalized because we haven't selected an operator yet.
okay, so in terms of who you're interviewing, all right, the question I have for you, they, I'm sure, have needs for incentives. So are we looking at these specific people that are interviewing, $20, $30, $15? No. Up to 20, I know that.
Up here. Well, I've had people who have come in and we've already had discussions with them. We've had people coming in here asking us for $25.
Sure.
We've had people coming in here, so I said I can make it work at $0. So, but now we have to look at the level of service, the type of food we're going to get, and so on. So that's what the process is. That's why it takes time.
Okay, so I just wanted to point out that in the event that you do decide to go with a $20, okay, fee through the HOA, that comes out to be $32,000 a month and $384,000 a year. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. And I believe, quite frankly, that type of expenditure is something that adds a lot of burden to many of the residents here in terms of cost, in terms of the HOA, and you start to approach what I call the affordability level. Right now, you have a $250 assessment because of the one-time issue with the snow. That's $400,000. You go at a $20, okay, we'll call it fee. That's $384,000. So together we're looking at $800,000 this community is going to have to pony up. Now, also, I was at the last meeting, we talked about the pool and the way to make the pool a better pool and fixing it. That's going to cost additional dollars too. The only way a board has any kind of power to make those decisions is through the HOA fees. Without fees, there's no reason to have a board. So, my point today is to say that a number of people do not want a fee of $20 or anything added to their HOA to subsidize an outside vendor to make a profit. I strongly believe that that is not a way to go. So I want to be on record that that isn't. The second thing I want to say is that when the survey was done, which was done earlier in the year, only 31% of the total resident pool, based on households, 1,600 households, actually voted for it.
Yeah, correct?
I have your numbers. I have all your numbers, okay?
well, we
So you
had
can
them,
take
but I
them.
don't recall them. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, so the point is, this small collective of people that voted for this fee added is actually trying to influence the overall board and the overall direction of the community. And 31% is really not, in my view. The total percent of the vote, okay, was approximately 50%.
Hold on. I can't have conversations going on from the audience. I can't.
Okay.
Okay.
Just to make it simple, okay? There was a total right now of 498 people voted for and 428 voted against. So you add the two together, okay? You come up with a total fact of 923 votes or households.
Okay.
So now, the point I'm getting to, and sum it all up, is that when these types of surveys take place, and it's basically supposed to be like a poll, an advisory vote. It's not a binding vote, as
It
you
is.
stated.
You're correct.
But I want to make sure that that type of vote is not taken as a clear direction. It's not. And what clear direction to go. And if we're all in agreement with that, I think that would make a lot of sense.
Okay. You're absolutely right, and the board is cognizant of those points you're raising. That's why in the negotiations, the fees have been ranging from $0 up to $25, based on what we feel is the best. It very well could be a $0, it could be a $5, it could be whatever, but it'll be what's the best at the most reasonable price.
Okay. Finally, the last survey you did.
Time.
Talked about what people wanted.
Okay. You're taking, more than 3 minutes, so
All
wrap it
right,
up
then
if you can.
I'll conclude with this. On these surveys, one thing is perfectly clear, and that is a lot of people really don't know what they want because they go all over the place. So therefore, recommendation, and I'll leave it with that, is that it should be a situation whereby you're taking the most cost-effective route to deliver a reasonably good service that spans a lot of different tastes, because restaurants are a very difficult business, and they're a difficult business to look at. And
Okay.
people equate that strictly with dollars.
Very
and
well
cents.
said,
Thank you.
sir. That's exactly how the board's handling it.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, Irene McNulty, 105 Chichester Road. One thing, I wasn't going to say anything about the restaurant, but it's really not a fee, it's a credit. So every person, if we do have this type of, assessment or whatever you want to call it, each person or each household is going to get that amount in order to spend at the restaurant, and how they choose to work at whatever the negotiations go. That's about that. The other thing I wanted to bring up, again, I don't know if this is the appropriate board, but about the speeding in the community. I was out this morning and on my way home, and there was a resident walking with a cane and someone assisting the person walking to get some fresh air. A car came down Chichester Road facing them, and I mean, they were very fast. And somebody's going to get hurt. You know, the weather's nice, a lot more people are out walking, and we've got a lot of people in the community. Sometimes I see, you know, aides pushing residents in wheelchairs, and the speeding is just awful. I know in the fall I talked about possibly bringing up if maybe some stop signs could be placed in various places to slow down the traffic. And you know, I know the winter came, the snow and everything, and I know the board was talking about they were going to, you know, look into that, and I'm wondering if it hasn't been looked into, if we could, you know, do something about it before somebody really gets hurt. Afraid somebody's going to get hit by a car. And a lot of it, I mean, sometimes you see the different vendors coming in that are speeding through the community, even sometimes the senior busing that comes through the community, but a lot of it are our neighbors, and you know, everybody's in a hurry, and somebody's going to get hurt.
Okay.
Thank
Points
you.
well taken.
Thank you.
Thank you. I'm sorry, go ahead.
That's okay, Tom. Maria DeLucia, 85A Winthrop. I would just want some clarification on the vending machine issue for the Town Center Committee. We have brought it to the board on more than one instance, and we have been denied. So are you saying we can bring that up again and discuss
Well, again,
it?
one of the reasons, and you're correct, that was brought up before, but it's also in consideration of a restaurateur. And people going to the machines to buy a couple of dollars worth of stuff and not going into the restaurant, we're taking business away from the restaurant that potentially could be there, which they need to survive. So, you know, we're trying to balance it and see what's fair, because we want the restaurant to succeed. We don't want to take anything away from the restaurant. And we did have a discussion with the restaurant, the Greenery, the last time when Matt was here, and he was totally against having any machines in here because he felt that way.
Even though we had asked if maybe he would do it and he could get the money from it. That was at the time. So
I
he
don't think
did
that's
find-
something he wanted to be
All
bothered
right.
with.
So on a
Yeah.
recent visit to a neighboring community, we found a coffee machine that they consider it's a service to their residents, and they provide it for people here in the evenings when the restaurant or their service is not provided. So based on what happens with the restaurant and what meals were served, so it's worth considering again?
We could always look at it, yes.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Is there anyone else who would like to come up?
I don't want to come up, but I got a question.
Anyone on Zoom?
To Matt. Where are we with the chimneys and the roofs?
Can't provide an update at this time on the chimneys and the roofs. It's still an ongoing issue we're trying to sort out over in Whittingham.
Okay.
Is there, anyone else got something to say on the board? All right. What do you have on? what do
We
you
got
have
some
on-
stuff on Zoom.
What do you got?
And now I'm getting a little bit of feedback. All right, Diane Morris-Paff has a great suggestion. Tell residents if they want bingo, they should volunteer for the club. That's very true. Thank you very, very much for saying that.
Yeah, it does take a lot of volunteers to make that work. So yes, that's a good point.
And I'll jump back, but Diane also has some very nice compliments for the board, so we will share that with them. I won't read the whole thing, but thank you, Diane. Debbie Harbakin wants to know about some of the handles. Can you give me a call or shoot me an email tomorrow? I'm not sure why some people have two handles. They're only really supposed to have one on the fence, to my knowledge, because you got the button on one side and the handle on the other side. But we'll look into that. What else we got here? Can you scroll down, Susie? No real questions, just comments. So we only like reading the questions. Some people talking about speeding. And that's about it. You seen anything else? No, not really. That's all we got for questions.
Yeah, Matt.
There's one more. Residents asking why residents can't show up at our private meetings. Well, because we do have executive sessions where we talk about legal issues
Yeah,
and personnel issues, things like that.
Yeah. You said it all. That's basically why there's executive sessions.
Yeah.
Because there are certain things that we can't discuss publicly until it gets resolved, in the caucus room.
That's about all I got on Zoom right now. Thank you, everybody.
All right. The only thing I was just thinking, hold on a second. One thing on the door, perhaps you could have a conversation with the vendor, Taylor. Does he have something that's probably more elaborate or safer, something that he could offer the homeowner to install before he leaves the property? There might be a small cost involved with it or something, but they could offer that to the homeowner, and maybe they would want to have it installed.
Talk to him about it.
Yeah, please. Okay. Is there somebody else who wanted to come up to the microphone?
I would like to speak about the restaurant.
Go ahead.
I would like to ask for zero fee. It just doesn't seem right. It's an injustice to a lot of people.
Right.
Yes, maybe people want it, but it's $20, or even if it's $5, sets a precedent of the board being able to do whatever they want to do if they want. I thought it was non-binding.
Well, it is. It's an advisory vote, so it basically gave us the
It
flavor.
was voted for, but it was not 1,600 people
Well,
from
we
the
got
community.
that. We
It was
understand all
just
that. It
People
was
are
about
awake, nobody
50%.
sees their emails. It's just not
Okay.
right. I just don't think
Okay, I
it's-
understand your
it's
position.
fair to even think to do that. And people have medical bills. I mean, what about the people that are, I've talked to people who are older, and they say, I don't know how I'm going to even do $20 a month, or whatever it is, $5. Because it makes, if you do sell, I'm not selling, but the HOA keeps going up and up and up. Already we pay $737.
Can I ask you a question? Do you go to restaurants? Do you?
I do, but we don't go a lot. I cook. My husband cooks. We do go on my birthday, my husband's birthday. We never went to the restaurant, and we may not. And people say, oh, well, it's a credit, but not everybody wants to go to that restaurant.
Okay, I got you.
And there was a restaurant there, and a lot of people went in the beginning, and then nobody went at all. Why, if everybody wants a restaurant? But,
Okay.
okay.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank you very much for
Thank you.
listening. Okay, thank you.
Hello, my name's Anthony Falcone, 69A Winthrop Road. I'm new here. I don't know all your rules. I'm trying to get used
What
to
was the
your
road again? I'm sorry, I missed. What road are you on?
Winthrop Road.
Winthrop, okay.
Okay. There's a lot of issues that I have lights on my fence. I didn't screw them in. I Velcroed them on so I could take them off, but I keep getting harassed to take them down. It helps me find my house when it's dark out. And that's not a big issue, but anyway, they did the new fences on our property, which they did a great job, but they dug out 2 feet in front of it. Now I got old weeds there, and they put mulch on top of the weeds. So, I mean, and I have missing bushes that are in front of the house because the person that lived there hasn't lived there for 4 years. So I'm asking for the bushes because I know after a certain time you can't put bushes, they won't grow.
Okay.
And the mailbox, about to fall apart.
Matt, is there something you can work with him with MLS?
Yeah, I already talked to him before
me
the
and Matt
meeting.
discussed it.
Wrote
Okay.
some information down, so we'll get back to him tomorrow or the next
All
day.
right, that's the recommendation I'm going to give him.
I'm just trying to get used to the rules, I mean, they
Yeah.
call me, somebody in the office calls me, and I hate to say it, but they're very nasty. And
Your home is 69?
69A.
Yeah, I know your house.
Yeah, so
Okay,
you live across the street?
I do.
Your wife, I met your wife. Very
That's how I
nice.
know your house.
Thank you. Thank you. Tell your wife thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Okay. All right, thank you.
just, Ann Matisoff, 116 Birmingham Lane. I just want to know, how far do we have to wait for a restaurant? I know you have, out of the 6, you have 4. I mean, it's April.
Yeah?
You know, this has been going on since January. That's all. I mean, everybody's saying, we're probably not going to get one. I want to be able to tell them we are.
Well, you're going to get a restaurant. It's just a matter how quickly you can get them in there. I would love to have had them in here for the opening of Memorial Day. But even if I made a decision today, I doubt if he'd be in here.
Do the people that you're interviewing know about the winters here, about the people
Yes, of
going
course.
away?
We tell them everything. We hide nothing.
Okay, I don't think people realize that this $20, that whatever it is, whether it's 5 or 20, that if you don't want it, you can just sell it to somebody who likes to use the restaurant. Not everybody in the community uses it, but there's a large amount of people that do. I would be willing, if somebody doesn't want it, I'll buy your cheat or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm trying to get. For the people that don't want it, they could get reimbursed for it. Am I right, Kath?
You are right. And I do want to stress that although no decision has been made, the majority of our residents in 2 different surveys said they wanted a restaurant. So, again, the second survey that we did talked about the food credit, but nonetheless, I think most residents will agree, the majority, and again, that's all we can go on. The majority of our residents do want a restaurant. So we are trying to find something that will accommodate everyone. And as Ann said, if there is a food credit, if it comes to that, and we decide that the only eligible restaurateur needs a food credit, needs a fee, then yes, you can take that food credit and likely, and it depends again on who we're choosing, and likely sell it to your neighbor. I'll take it, or Ann will take it.
And
So,
we're having a
yes.
golf course here. I mean, a lot of the men last year were coming in right after golf to have lunch. I mean, we have certain seasons. Not everyone is perfect, but, you know, golf is a big draw when people want to eat after a golf game.
We tell them everything when we meet with them. We actually shared the survey with them so they understood what our residents were looking for. Okay.
Hi, Carmine Campanella, excuse me, 80 Leans Lane. You know, I spent 30 years in sales and marketing. If I look at the people in the audience here, and I split it in half, and I try to open up a business, and I say, I've got all these people here as my customers, but come October, I lose half of them. No one wants a business where you are automatically going to lose half your customer base. You have to charge a fee. There's no way about it. If you want a restaurant, you can't expect a restaurant to go in there and have all these overheads during the course of the summer and go into the fall and have the same overheads with half the customer base. If anyone believes that a $20 fee, whatever it is going to be a hindrance to them, then they do not want a restaurant, because there's no way a restaurant could survive. There's no way. I mean, let's face it. If I have a business and I got 300 people coming to me every day, and all of a sudden I have 150, how can I survive? I got to pay the same rent. I got to pay the same utilities. So stop asking yourself these questions. What am I going to pay? If you want a restaurant, face up to it. You're going to have to pay a fee, plain and simple. Like, well, I'm sorry, it is a credit. You're right. And but the thing is, some people do not want that credit. Okay, and you have to live up to it. There's no way you can survive without this credit. Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks. Is there anyone else who wants to come up and speak at the microphone? You have anything different you want to add?
I don't care if you open 5 restaurants, a hot dog stand, we shouldn't be charged.
Yeah,
Because
I understand
we
your
shouldn't
point.
be
You
charged.
made it
People
very
shouldn't-
clear. Yes, you did.
People shouldn't be charged. Open anything you want. Open
Okay.
a Starbucks. People shouldn't be
See,
charged.
this is the board's dilemma. You have a position on zero, other people have a position they would pay the $20. Somewhere in there, the
Why
board
not?
has to find out what's best for the community. That's our job.
Well, okay, I mean, what more can I say? But I hope that we don't have to pay a fee, because it is a fee.
I got you. It's a credit. It
It's a
actually
credit.
is a credit, but,
Okay,
okay.
so,
And let me just remind everyone, we live in a wonderful community. I have never met such kind people, such nice people, but we live together in that community. And unfortunately, there are some things that the majority wants that others don't want. I don't swim in the pool every day. I go maybe twice a year, but I have to pay for the pool fee. But I chose to do that when I purchased into the community. And again, there are other things. I certainly don't play golf. I don't play cue ball, billiards. But I chose to come into this community knowing that one day maybe I will use those amenities. So I understand, very, very difficult. We're trying to please the majority of our community. It won't always work, but we do our best. We try.
Okay, seeing nobody else, I will close the floor for a comment. Anything from the board? No comment from the board. I will make a motion to adjourn. I have moved by Jay, second by Joe. Okay. Thank you all for coming.